Welcome to Teacher Shumana's English Literature class. We are here to learn Julius Caesar, and we will be continuing with our Act 4, Scene 3, and we have to continue from line number 107 in Act 4, Scene 3. So here we go. Brutus, sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will. It shall have scope. So just a brief recollection that Brutus and Cassius, they were having a very heated conversation. They were just very angry, both of them, with each other. And this is where we had finished off in the previous class, and we are going to continue after this. So Brutus says, sheathe your dagger. That is, cover up your dagger. Be angry when you will. It shall have scope. That is, you shall have a chance. Be angry when you will. That is, when you can be angry for a proper cause, you can be angry then. But it is not, the time is not now. Do what you will. Dishonor shall be humor. O Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire. That is, O Cassius, you are just angry for just a time being, when the flint, the stone which we rub to the flint stone which we rub to catch to yield fire, and it's just for a few seconds that the fire is there, and then the fire goes off. You are just like that. Brutus says, Cassius, you are just like that. You are nothing beyond that. So you're just in the form of a lamb at heart. You are very simple, very pure at heart. O Cassius, you are yoked with a lamb. You're just allied. You are just comparable to a lamb that carries anger as the flint bears fire, who much enforced, when it's rubbed together with much force, it just causes a hasty spark and is then straight away as cold again. That is, immediately after that it is cold again. So there is nothing beyond this. So you are just as simple as that. You are just as straightforward as that. And so don't be angry now for the time being. Cassius says, had Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus. That is, Brutus in his previous speeches, he had said, you are just a mirth and a cause of mirth and laughter. That is, his anger has provoked Brutus to say that he has got simply no care for the way Cassius is behaving, and he feels that it is a very funny gesture. So but he has said that Cassius is just simply a cause of laughter, a mirth and laughter to Brutus, and nothing else. So that has made Cassius feel very sad and upset, and he is feeling very he is just feeling very like he's awfully upset. He is saddened, and he feels that if Brutus is thinking this of him, so life has got simply no value. Had Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to his Brutus, when grief and blood ill-tempered vexeth him. So when he was angry, when it vexeth him means when it troubled him, when he was very angry and he has lost his temper, then at that time Brutus has felt that Cassius is nothing but a cause of mirth and laughter to him. Brutus now says that when I spoke that, I was ill-tempered too. That is, when I told you that, I was ill-tempered as well. I was nothing better than that. I was ill-tempered also. Cassius now says, do you confess so much? That is, if you are confessing so much as that, give me your hand. So now they are becoming good friends once more. So do you confess so much as that? Give me your hand. Brutus says, and my heart too. So when he is giving him his heart as well, so he is definitely getting very friendly with him. Cassius says, oh Brutus. Brutus says, what's the matter? Cassius says, have you not love enough to bear with me? when the rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful? That is, do you not love me enough so that the anger which I have inherited from my mother, when that comes out, can't you forgive me for getting so forgetful and behaving in such odd ways with you? Brutus says, yes, Cassius, and from henceforth, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, he'll think your mother chides and leave you so. Sorry. So, okay, Cassius, when you are from henceforth, that is from now on, when you are over earnest with your Brutus, that is, if you are overreactive with your Brutus, I will think that your mother's talking, your mother's showing her anger, and I'll just leave you there and go away. Enter poet, followed by Lucilius, Titinius, and Lucius. Poet, let me go in to see the generals. Now, Lucilius, Titinius, Lucius, they were deployed at the gate. They were asked to stay there and to see that nobody comes there to disturb the generals, Brutus and Cassius. I'm sorry. So, but the poet, he says, let me go and see the generals. There is some grudge between them. That is, there is some grudge, there is some heated controversy, there is some controversial discussion going on between them. They are not at peace with each other, so let me go inside. And it's not meet that they be alone. That is, it is not fit that they are alone. If they become very angry, it can be somehow devastating. That's what the poet feels. It is not meet that they be alone. So it is not proper, it is not fitting that they are alone. So they shouldn't be left alone, rather. Lucilius says, you shall not come to them. Now, to which the poet says, nothing but death shall stay me. That is, I cannot be stopped except by death. That is, if I am killed here, it is only then that you can stop me. Otherwise, I will go and talk to the generals. Cassius says, how now? What's the matter? Poet says, for shame, the generals. What do you mean? Love and be friends, as two such men should be. That is, a poet, he somehow makes his way to Brutus and Cassius, and he says, for shame, you generals, you should be ashamed. That is, you are behaving in this way. Come on, love each other and be friends, be good friends, as two such men should be. For I have seen more years, that is, I am older to you, and I am sure than ye. For I have seen more years, I am sure, than ye. That is, I have seen more years than you. Cassius says, ha ha, how wildly does this cynic rhyme. So he says, he's calling this person a cynic. A cynic is actually a group. He belongs to a group of philosophers who actually just doesn't care for materials in this world. They don't bother whether a person is materially has got a lot of materials and happy. No, he doesn't care about that. A cynic is a type of a philosopher. So, and he is, what he is doing, he is rhyming and he is trying to motivate the generals not to fight, not to be each other's enemies, to reconcile, or to rather to be friendly and to love each other. Brutus says, get you hence, sirrah, saucy fellow, hence. That is, you just move from here, you saucy fellow, you insolent fellow, just move from here, and we will just go away from here. So Cassius says, bear with him, Brutus, 'tis his fashion. Cassius says, Brutus, don't be so angry with him, please bear with him. He is not a bad person, that is, it is just his fashion, this is the way he talks it. He just talks in this way, so there is no point in being angry with him, so just leave him alone. Brutus says, I'll know his humor when he knows his time. That is, I'll definitely know his humor. I'll know the way he talks it. if he knows the time when he has to come and talk. What should the wars do with these jigging fools? That is, the nation is at war, but what should the wars do with these jigging fools? Jigging fools are those who are going on rhyming. He is a poet, so he rhymes words. He rhymes and he tells people, and he rhymes and he writes down poetry. So he says with these jigging fools, the people who rhyme, he is calling them jigging fools, the poets. So what should the wars? How should he be concerned with the wars? Why is he coming to tell us what to do? We are generals. We are ready to fight. We are ready to fight for the nation. So why is he coming to tell us what to do and what not to do? So Brutus feels the poet should not behave in this way. And he says, away, and Cassius says, away, away, be gone. With this, the poet goes away. So exit poet, but however, the poet has understood that Brutus and Cassius are somehow not on very bad terms with each other, because they have talked well with each other in front of the poet. Now Brutus says, Lucilius and Titinius bid the commanders prepare to lodge their companies tonight. That is, tell the commanders to lodge their companies, that is to put up their tents, and we'll be taking rest now. We'll be taking rest for the night here. And prepare to lodge their companies tonight, Cassius says, and come yourselves and bring Masala with you immediately to us. That is, you yourselves will come to us and also bring Masala to us. Exeunt Lucilius and Titinius. Brutus says, Lucius, a bowl of wine. That is, please bring a bowl of wine to us. Exit Lucius. Cassius says, I did not think you could be so angry. Cassius says, how could you be so angry? I did not know this. I could not understand that Brutus can be so angry as this. Brutus says, oh Cassius, I am sick of many griefs. That is, I have got a lot of unhappiness, sadness in my heart at this moment. A lot of griefs at this moment in my heart. Cassius says, of your philosophy you make no use if you give place to accidental evils. That is, you cannot give any reason, you cannot justify anything with your philosophy. You're just giving room to accidental evils. Whenever that is accidental evils, I'm getting angry, I'm telling something to you, you're also reacting, you're also saying something to me. So these are all accidental evils, and something which just is happening all of a sudden. Brutus says, no man bears sorrow better, Portia is dead. So that is, no, it's actually, I really have deep sorrow inside me. Portia is dead. Cassius says, Portia? Brutus says, she is dead. Cassius says, how escaped I killing when I crossed you so? Oh, insupportable and touching loss. Upon what sickness? It's definitely to Cassius, it's an insupportable and touching loss. Portia is Brutus's wife. Portia, she had been Brutus's wife and also Cassius's sister. Cassius in Julius Caesar, according to the history, Cassius is Julius Caesar's brother-in-law. He is Portia's brother. So, upon what sickness? That is what Cassius inquires. That is, what had actually happened to Portia that she passed away. Brutus says, impatient of my absence. That is, Brutus had to be away because of the assassination of Caesar and because of the turmoil which was taking place in the country at the time. So he is saying that she could not take that in. She just could not take that in. She was very impatient of Brutus's absence in the house, and she was definitely worrying a lot about Brutus. And grief that young Octavius and Mark Antony have made themselves so strong. So she was very saddened that Mark Antony, along with Octavius Caesar, they had become very strong. For with her death that tidings came. With this she fell distraught. That is, with her death, I came to know that this is what has happened. That this is what had happened with her. She was very disturbed because Mark Antony and Octavius Caesar had become very powerful. With this she fell distraught, and her attendants absent, she swallowed fire. So how did she die? She swallowed fire. Portia, she died by swallowing fire. When her attendants were absent, she swallowed fire. Cassius, and died so. Brutus, even so. Cassius says, O ye immortal gods! Now Brutus says, speak no more of her. Give me a bowl of wine. In this I bury all unkindness, Cassius. That is, give me a bowl of wine, and in this I bury all unkindness. That is everything, my misbehavior, whatever anger I have showered on you. I want to just put this inside and forget. I just want to bury it. I just want to cover it up. Cassius, my heart is thirsty for that noble pledge. For this noble pledge, because they have become friends once more. My heart is thirsty, Cassius says. He is also very eager to be friends, to be Brutus's friend once more. Fill, Lucius, till the wine overswell the cup. Very symbolic, and it is as if the wine is being compared to the love shared between Brutus and Cassius. I cannot drink too much of Brutus's love. Okay. Brutus says, come in, Titanius. So we can remember that Brutus had ordered Titanius to bring Messala with him. So enter Lucilius, Titanius, and Messala. So Lucilius and Titanius, they have come in with Messala as was ordered by Brutus. So welcome, good Messala. Now sit we close about this taper here and call in question our necessities. That is, we will be talking about the necessities of the moment. That is what should be done now. Brutus says, no more. Cassius says, Portia, art thou gone? You know, Cassius, he is still going on thinking about his sister, Brutus's wife, Portia, Cassius's sister and Brutus's wife, Portia, who has passed away. So he is going on thinking about that because he has just come to know about that from Brutus. So he is saying, Portia, art thou gone? Brutus says, no more, I pray you. Messala, I have here received letters that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down upon us with a mighty power. That I have received the information that young Octavius and Mark Antony come down with us with a mighty power, bending their expedition towards Philippi. That is, they are just turning their expedition towards Philippi. So Messala says, myself have letters of the self-same tenor, that is, with exactly the same information, and the result, I also have the same letters come to me. Brutus says, with what addition? That is, Messala says that by proscription and bills of outlawry, Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus have put to death 100 senators. That is, they are coming, and Octavius, Antony, and Lepidus, they have, that is by proscription and bills of outlawry. That is, what is proscription? It is actually the death sentence which brings out the number of people who have to be killed in their mission. So it is a death sentence, and as a result, they have put to death 100 senators. Brutus, therein our letters do not well agree. Mine speak of 70 senators that died. So Brutus's letter says that 70 senators have died, and Messala's letter says that Brutus's letter says 70 senators have died, and Messalla's letter says that 100 senators have died by their prescription. So mine speak of 70 senators that died by their prescription, Cicero being one. So Cicero is one of them. We remember Cicero, we've heard about him, we've talked about him, we've learnt about him, that Cicero, he was a great orator and he could speak very well, and he was not superstitious. We know about Cicero. Okay. Cassius, Cicero won. Messalla says Cicero is dead. And by that order of prescription, had you your letters from your wife, my lord? Brutus says, no, my lord. Messalla says, no, nothing in your letters writ of her? Nothing, Messalla. That is, you don't have in any of your letters any information about your wife? Says, no, Messalla. No, nothing, no, there is nothing written about her. Saying nothing. Messalla says, methinks that strange. Why ask you? Hear you aught of her in yours? No, my lord. Brutus says, now as you're a Roman, now it is clear that he's trying to hide something. So he's saying, now as you're a Roman, you tell me so. You tell me the truth. Then Messalla says, then like a Roman, I'm sorry, bear the truth I tell. For certain, she is dead, and by strange manner. Brutus says, why farewell, Portia, we must die, Messalla. With meditating that she must die once, I have the patience to endure it now. That is, somehow Brutus have got the information, but not in the letters, as he is saying. But he already knows about it. Okay. So, and he says that I have the patience to endure it. I have the patience to tolerate it now. I know, I have grasped it, I have already heard about it, and I'm bidding farewell to her. Then by meditating that she has to die once, so she has died. That's all. Messalla, even so great men, great losses should endure. So he's saying, yes, it is like this that great men should endure great losses in this manner itself. Okay. Cassius says, I have as much of this in art as you. That is, and yet my nature could not bear it so. That is, Cassius says, I am also of this nature, but somehow my nature cannot bear it so. I am finding it difficult. Brutus says, well, to our work alive. What do you think of marching to Philippi presently? That is, Brutus is trying to just deviate their mode of conversation to work, to the war strategies, to the present difficulties which they are in, so that the death of Portia is not able to just make them simply paralyzed. If that gains the power, if Portia's death gains the power, then they will be engraved and they will not be able to do any work. So Brutus wants to divert them to a more practical field, and he feels that this is the way he can help them tolerate it, endure the grief, the grief of the passing away of Portia. So what do you think of marching to Philippi presently? What will they do? Because who are there? Young Octavius is there and Mark Antony is there. Cassius says, I do not think it good. Brutus says, your reason? Why do you think this way? Why do you think in this way? Cassius says, it is better that the enemy seek us. So shall he waste his means. It is better if the enemy comes here looking for us, he will be wasting his energy and he will be wasting his means as well. So that is the way, and if we go to him, we will be wasting our energy. So that will not be good for us. So that is the reason Cassius does not want their group to move to Philippi first. They want Octavius and Mark Antony to come to them, to come looking for them, so that they waste their energy. So shall he waste his means, weary his soldiers. His soldiers will get tired, doing himself offense. So if his soldiers are tired, he will be offending himself only. Whilst we, lying still, are full of rest, defense, and nimbleness. So whilst if we do not move, we will remain fully energetic, and we won't be tired out, and our soldiers also won't be tired out, and none of our resources will be wasted. Brutus says good reasons must force give place to better. The people twixt Philippi and this ground do stand but in a forced affection. The people twixt, that is in between Philippi and this ground, do stand but in a forced affection. For they have grudged us contribution. The enemy marching along by them shall make a fuller number up, come on refreshed, new added and encouraged. From which advantage shall we cut him off? If at Philippi we do face him there, these people are at our back. Here again we find Brutus once again defying Cassius and refusing to understand at all what he is trying to say. So we will be finishing off here for this class, and we will be continuing in the next class. Hope you have enjoyed the teaching, and do bring up your comments in the comment section. If you have any difficulties, please report in the comment section. I'll be very happy to help you there. Thank you so much.